Okay,
now I believe these
Ryan Blaney is first place.
There's
There's 9 laps left to go.
Memory, Jeff, like
Christopher Bell, I believe, is like 6th place. Yeah, 6th place.
They're now hot. They're
But
slippery.
it's unlikely Christopher Bell is going to win, so Ryan Blaney is another one of my favorite drivers. So here we go. Ryan Blaney for the fucking win. 9 laps.
Seen here today, cars slipping and sliding. And that's important
I'll
for
actually
Blaney
be back
to
when
understand
there's
as well as he starts to gap. Barry,
if there's
don't
a big
have too
update.
much of your race talk.
Okay, 5 laps left. Blaney still first place.
This race has had a little bit of everything. Conversation that may happen between the 54 and the 11, that's going to have to be talked about. We've seen Blaney lose the track position, been able to drive his way back through. Can we request open mics for that meeting? Oh boy. Look, this drive from Blaney and Barry. Those have been the fastest 2 race cars on the track for most of the day. Barry's trying to get the most out of his car. That was so much fun to watch. A little bit older tire. He was just going for it. It's fun to see drivers put their cars on the edge, trying to make something happen.
Because if it wasn't for that getting loose for Barry,
and we've seen Blaney lead races
Barry
with 1 or
most
2 to
likely
go
would have
and
caught
not
up
win
by
them.
Blaney by
Never
now.
over till they drop the checker.
First. 3
It was
laps.
an extremely tough start to the year for
Next
Ryan
flag
Blaney,
is
with
the
non-finishes
white flag.
and just things
Final lap flag.
not going his way. Nashville, when he got that first win on the season, was a considerable turning point. And especially the last 9-10 races have been epic. His consistency has been amazing. That win at
the next
Daytona,
flag's not the white
those
flag.
final 2
Sorry.
laps. If you haven't
I'm
seen
like,
the onboard, go online and check it out. It's amazing how he won that race. And now he's within 2 laps, just over 2 miles, from winning for the first time at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Josh Berry behind him has now fallen back to almost a second. I think the big power slide into turn 3, that was it. The rear tires,
Yeah, that was it for
last bit
Barry.
of life or advantage
Sorry,
they had
Barry.
went away.
Better luck next time, brother. I mean, I don't really know who you are. I've seen you're a NASCAR driver.
1 lap to go.
Okay.
Presented by
White flag! Come on, Ryan fucking Blaney! Bam! Ryan fucking Blaney!
Joey Logano led 147 laps. Blaney, after he completes this circuit, it'll be 160.
Come on, Ryan Blaney!
Are we watching the beginning of a championship campaign for Ryan Blaney to become a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champ? It sure looks like it today. From practice to
It's Ryan Blaney for the fucking win! We did it!
Thank you guys. What a weekend,
Christopher
man.
Bell 6.
Congratulations. Thanks, guys.
Fucking did
And that
it.
was an awesome battle too, with the satellite
2 of
team,
my
the
drivers
Penske
in the top
Associated
10.
team of Wood
Hell
Brothers. Josh Berry, well
fucking
done. Quite the comeback. Awesome
This was
day.
like yesterday, Ryan Blaney won a race. It was like 3-4 weeks ago.
I'll actually rest next week.
He's lost collection though.
Not much to worry about. I'll still go reach my Nova. Really proud of everybody, man. Thank you guys.
How much can happen in a week? Last week at Bristol, Ryan Blaney's nephew got on the radio and shocked him.
Yes,
scared
he
him.
did. When I saw it on Twitter, I was like, oh my god,
He locked
why is
himself
that
into the
nephew
round of
winning?
8, winning. Jonathan Hasselhoff, his crew chief, will be delighted. That was all business.
So do I.
That was a good day.
There goes his burnout. His donut. Go Blaney.
Never
The
know.
donut.
Steve and I were talking before the race. What did we expect? And we came to the conclusion we didn't know what to expect.
I did not expect Ryan Blaney to fucking
Although
win.
the
I
one thing we did
expected
have picked
Christopher Bell,
was
but
that this car would be
both
really
next
fast. Yep.
both
I
next
don't
race
know if
Christopher
he'll
Bell.
win.
Even though Christopher Bell, I don't think he's that good at
fast cars do win
races,
races.
in my
That's, I believe,
opinion.
what
So,
happened today. The 21 maybe at times was better.
America's got to come in
Right here,
hand for
number 12.
Christopher Bell again next
Menard
weekend at the
Ford.
road course.
Out of the
Got his head out the
stable.
window, Blaney.
The talk of the town, talk of the garage, the practice. Back it up.
And you remember they showed their hand first. Remember when they were the first to pit last? Before that last caution. But that strategy worked for the 12 team. Great call, Jonathan Hassler. Great driving from Ryan Blaney. And the Menard Ford is going to victory lane for the third time this year.
The reason I'm not having an emotional reaction is because I'm in shock. Like, I'm in pure shock. That I really
His nephew on the radio last week said Uncle Ryan wins. Well,
Uncle Ryan wins.
He did today here in New Hampshire.
You know, I really wish Gianna, Ryan Blaney's wife, could be at least nice to see him win, but she's pregnant and
Welcome to the round of 8. Ryan Blaney advances with his first shot to do it. In the round of 12 at New Hampshire, Josh Berry made him earn it, but Ryan Blaney. Biggest win of the season for this 12 team. Man, yeah, they get the checker flag.
go get it, Blaney. Ryan fucking Blaney.
You already found a Ryan Blaney fan right there. Got the checkered flag to her. Boy, Ryan, how about Josh Berry there? How concerned were you over those final few laps?
Yeah, probably the hardest 20 laps that I drove. Trying to buy my stuff and kind of pulled Josh a little bit, and then he really started coming. I started to get super free, and it was all I could do to hold him off and try new lanes, and that was good racing and clean racing, and appreciate Josh for not throwing me the bumper when he could have. But what a cool day, what a cool weekend, super fast car all weekend. So can't believe the 12 boys, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, they are.
Really have been strong through the playoffs, and it's great to get a win. First race of this round, so appreciate Menard, 11-4 Drive Chase engines, Dex Imaging body armor, love Ash to work through. Advance Auto Parts, everybody who makes this possible, man, and thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it.
This hard.
Oh no, I expect him to go out and try to win the race, and I knew he wasn't gonna play over for me, but I figured we were gonna. I didn't think I was gonna ever get the bumper, So we raced super clean, but no, I mean I would do the same if I was him, right? You go try to win the race, so that's what this thing was all about. And luckily, we also just hung out a little bit better than his. So for a while, it was very stressful and worn out. But overall, what a cool weekend.
I'm wore out. Goddamn.
Forward to going to Kansas this week.
Well, Lee just mentioned it a moment ago. Your nephew told you a week ago, hey, Uncle Ryan, go win one for me. Is it okay for Uncle Ryan to deliver 1 week later?
Yeah. I might have him get on the radio more often, but happy buddy, we did it a week later, but I'm happy we can do it.
In front of all these fans here at New Hampshire, Ryan Blaney gets his first ever. And he's on to the round of 8.
Yeah, he is. Brother might just go on and win another fucking championship, bro.
And that just gets us
But
going
his
to talk
second-
a whole
Second championship.
lot more about this Mobile 1 301 from New Hampshire with the Progressive post-race show coming up. Maybe there is something in it when he grows that beard. Maybe he gets faster and better as the results keep coming.
Oh, that's funny.
Ryan Blaney and Team Penske, they win in the round of 12. Ford's first victory in the playoffs. And we've got a lot to talk about coming up. Post-race show next.
Before taking breast cream for my COPD,
Okay.
I had bad days.
I'm still in shock because I was expecting for Barrel because from last week him Christopher Wells winning at Bristol and he won at this racetrack Loudon last year. Yeah, he qualified 19th place yesterday. He placed 6th place, so that's better. Like, he was able to pass all those cars. But I am kind of scared of another thing going viral. He's like, fucking pit road, fucking this, fucking that. But let's hope He thought about that before he spoke. I don't want to go viral again, so let me not. But let's talk about Denny Hamlin spinning out. Oh, that's spinning out that good. So wait,
Show presented
post
by
race.
Progressive.
Hang on.
And here we are, capping off a beautiful weekend.
So Denny Hamlin spinning out. It was tight good, right? Yeah, it was his teammate.
With a thriller of a race. It had a little bit of everything, and it sets up
Bubba Wallace.
a revised
Oh, that's
point
another one of my
structure, and
driving
highlighted
season.
in blue
Negative
is Ryan Blaney.
27.
He's the first winner in the round of 12. He is confirmed
Minus
into the round of
27.
8.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace is going to get eliminated. Unless he wins by a miracle next weekend at the road course, we're fucked. He's fucked. Bubba Wallace.
They were all fast. He just wasn't able to
I'm just going to
execute
not
on the day.
think about Bubba Wallace being
Well, the guy who chased the winner all the way home with a brilliant comeback drive after
negative
his stint
27 on the
was
cut
Josh
list.
Berry. He's with
just
Dylan
not going to
Welch.
think about that because every day I'm going to drive myself into
Second place
an
result today for
anxiety
Josh
attack.
Berry, and that doesn't even really
Josh
tell
Berry.
the whole story. It was a hard-fought battle for you guys
like
today.
Josh
But
Berry,
given the last
but
few weeks,
I'll listen to
no,
what he
it's not
has
a
to
win,
say.
but does this feel pretty close to what you guys wanted to come in and do today?
Yeah, no, it was definitely an awesome day. Had a really good car. Hats off to Ryan at the end. You know, all of our cars were really strong, and you know, Ryan did a great job there. I was honestly surprised. I was a little worried when he got around me as quick as he did, but it kind of seemed like it leveled out, and I was able to keep him honest at least at the end. But all in all, Miles, this whole team done a great job. We were down
You
7
tried to
tires
ride
after the
Ryan
spin,
Blaney
so I
out.
think it kind of forced our hand. We didn't want to take our last rights at least that early, you know, with that many laps left, but we still made the most of it. So just hats off to everybody, Wood Brothers, Machine Penske, Motorcraft, Quick Lane, Dex Imaging, Hero, Ford Racing.
I'm now starting to. It's now starting to.
Yeah, just Stings to finish second. But I mean, after the couple
that
last couple
Christopher
weeks,
Bell loss.
it feels really good. It's definitely one of Kate's
Yeah, I love Ryan Blaney just as much
In the
as
moment,
Christopher
had
Bell.
you given or did you give any thought to how you would race Ryan if you
Because
got
I
to
wasn't
it?
going until this weekend, all
I
this
was
week
gonna race
thinking,
him, but,
oh,
you know,
Ryan
it's
Blaney.
definitely a tough situation. You gotta
Like
take
Ryan
care of
Blaney
Ryan.
was
I mean,
so
that's how
far
I
out of
try
my
to race him,
mind
you know,
on.
I mean, these restarts and
It's not
stuff, you know, I try
funny.
to do the best I can.
It was Christopher Bell
Be
all
smart
week
and
for me.
tough out there sometimes, but yeah, I mean, I was gonna race him hard, but clean.
Spoken like a true short track racer. Great
Really
day for
does
Josh Berry and the Wood
suck.
Brothers.
Third place finish for William Byron, his first career top 10 at New Hampshire. Kind of hard to believe. What questions were you and the team able to answer that you had here today?
Yeah, it was a good day. I mean, it was a good day overall. I felt like we felt like a lot of things,
I
you
don't know.
know,
It's
that
probably
we've just kind of been building
TMI.
on the short tracks
But I'm on
were
my
working
third
for
one,
us, and
so
I feel like this place
that might be
has
why
always
I'm
been tricky for me
starting
in
to get
the Cup
emotional.
car. I feel like the other
That's
series
super
were good,
bad.
but this place in the Cup car has been tough
Trying
for
to
me.
not
So,
think about it.
yeah, just trying to build, you know, little bits here and there, and I just felt like we could really
But it's
stack
really hard
runs
not to think
together.
about it.
We had a couple of week runs
When I
with
wanted
stage
it
one and
so
start
bad,
stage
when
two,
I
but
thought
then
about it
once we
every
kind of got
single
that out of the way,
day.
I felt like we were really
From
strong.
Sunday, from last weekend's
these guys
race
were super
to
fast. They were
today,
kind of
I
another
thought
zip
about
code,
it.
but I felt like
Him winning.
other than that, we were
And
really
he lost.
competitive, and
Christopher Bell lost.
just really proud of our team, Raptor Chevrolet. You know, if we can just build on this, I think all of our short tracks are starting to kind of come together.
You stacked some points today, plus 47 as you entered Kansas next week. What kind of breathing room did that allow the
I'm just
team?
trying to be grateful.
Well, I mean, it's no
He's
breathing
good.
room, 'cause
He's
you
on to
gotta
the
go out there and execute
next
every week.
race.
You gotta keep your foot on the gas in this deal. So it's
I
yeah.
mean,
if we
he's
can go
locked into
Kansas
the
and
next
be
round.
up front, contending for a win, and
So he,
then you know, then you go to the Roval and you can just
But
kind of have
he's
that one.
good at this racetrack.
You know, where you can kind of reset. But yeah, I mean, you just
And I
gotta
guess
take it
going
one
from
week at a time.
19th to 6th
Definitely
place,
wasn't
that proves
expecting
he's
to be
still
this
good
strong
at this
here.
racetrack.
So hopefully we can go to Kansas and be really good.
Podium finish here for William Byron in the 2014.
Yeah, that's always positive to hear, isn't it? Not expected to be this strong here. First top 10 at New Hampshire for William Byron, and sets up well in the big picture scheme of things. Welcome in, folks. Lee Diffie, Jeff Burton, Steve Letarte. Jeff, for you first, let's jump back to Ryan Blaney. Was that a championship-style drive from him today?
Yeah, it really was. And, you know, the main thing is they took advantage of the advantage they had. So many times you see the fastest
They
car
qualified
not win the
P2,
race. They didn't give the race
second,
away.
so-
They didn't make mistakes on pit road. They did everything they needed to do
Christopher
on the day
Bell
they had
qualified
the fast car.
P2
And, I would
last
say
year for
also,
this race, and
if
he
you
won
get
the
back
race
in the field,
last
A lot of
year.
other guys did too.
Ryan
Everybody
Blaney
came into
qualified
this race knowing
P2,
that
place
Penske's
2,
were
and
the
he won the
fastest.
race today.
So how do
I
you
guess
manage
the
your
way
day
you
when
win
have that
this race
situation? You
is
just
if you're
don't make a
qualified
bad
second
situation
place.
worse. And I think a lot of teams actually did that.
Like,
So
that's
the
gotta be it.
Toyota domination was broken, Steve. Ford's first win of these playoffs, other than Blaney, who caught your attention?
Well, I
So
really
if
think
Christopher
William Byron said it
Bell
best. I had this
qualified
racetrack
today, he
circled as
probably
a
would've
concern
won.
for the Hendrick Motorsports camp. They had that's a down round of 16, if you believe it. They lost 48 out of the playoffs. But I thought the 24 had what you call the most block and tackle day possible. He definitely didn't have the speed, much like you said. He was beat, but he didn't let being beat take them out of the race. He ran well. He scored the third most points all day long. And this is going to sound crazy, but there was a glimpse of the old Kyle Larson. For a few laps there, he drove up and took the lead.
What
We
does
haven't
the
seen
old
that in
Kyle
quite
Larson
some
look
time.
like?
That has to give some excitement to the 5 team.
Also, let's give a shout out to Chase Elliott for maybe the comeback.
Oh, yeah,
drive
yeah.
of the day, other than Josh Berry, considering where he
There's
started
Denny
out.
Hamlin,
But
right?
there's discussions
There's
going on
Stanley
here.
Hamlin.
Chris Gabehart, side camera, Coach Joe Gibbs in the distance with the red jacket on, and Denny Hamlin not pleased. Those discussions are only just beginning with that contact between himself and Ty, and there's going to be maybe not everybody on the same
between
page.
that
We're guessing. We'll hear from Denny to find out a little more. NASCAR American Post Race Show is
Denny
brought to you
Hamlin's
by
probably getting
Progressive
it
Insurance.
handed to
Save
him.
when you bundle
Even
auto,
though it
home, or
looks
motorcycle
not
insurance.
confrontational
Visit
at all.
progressive.com.
Like whatsoever. Probably because they know that they're on camera.
Copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent
Like,
of NASCAR Broadcasting.
they probably know that there's cameras around. So let's not be confrontational. But when they leave, Denny Hamlin is probably going to get his ass handed to him. One of those people being one of those people being Ty Gibbs. I can't wait for Denny Hamlin's podcast tomorrow. Accents detrimental. Sorry, hard word for me to say. Yeah. Maybe Denny Hamlin shouldn't have done that, but when he did, I freaked the fuck out. I was like, yeah, even though it was a teammate. Because Denny Hamlin said the last time he won, if you hop on the bandwagon or get ran over by it. And that's what happened to Ty Gibbs. He didn't hop on the fucking bandwagon, so he got ran over. Like, when Ty Gibbs was just being, to me, an idiot and an asshole and a dumbass, I was getting pissed off too. I was getting as mad as Denny Hamlin. Like, if it was me and Denny Hamlin's car, I would have spun Ty Gibbs out too. Because he was just like.
U.S. Cellular, built for business, built for us.
And to those who say, well, Denny Hamlin should have had fucking patience. Well, at the same time, Ty Gibbs was just being a dumbass. So that wasn't, patience wasn't going to solve anything because Ty Gibbs was being a dumbass.
Enjoyable day. So much to talk about in the
They deserve to have gotten spun out
the Mobil 1 Trio
by Denny Hamlin.
presented by Toyota.
Thank you, Denny Hamlin, for doing that, even though you're going to get your ass handed to you.
Sure. Let's go inside Joe Gibbs Racing.
All right,
Nope, here we go.
The 11:54 battle,
Showing
lap after lap after leading into turn 3. Not the first attempt, Jeff. We've seen multiple attempts. The 11 finally set up into the door of the 54. I think telling his younger teammate, listen, I have had enough. I'm a faster car. I'm a playoff car. Let me by. They go down there to turn 1, and finally,
Bell's right there too.
the 11 snatch. That's how I see it as well. I certainly.
How Bell got out of that, when I saw how Bell got out of that, I'm like, God, save Bell.
Denny Hamlin, like, what is he doing? And then,
Being a dumbass is what Ty Gibbs is being in that moment.
I've had enough. Yep. Up the racetrack. I'm faster than you. And then he didn't get the ground, and so Denny sent him.
The one thing we didn't talk about in the race call was there could have been even more collateral damage.
Ignore the lines on my TV.
There could have been 2
Those
hit cars.
accidentally got sprayed water on my TV, and those appeared and they haven't gone away
But he
since.
meant to ship him up the racetrack, and I think he was okay if he spun out because of the contact.
Well, we promised you before we went to the break we'd hear from Denny Hamlin. Here he is.
Oh God, I'm scared.
12th place finish today for Denny Hamlin at the end of the day, New Hampshire.
Denny Hamlin gonna be my. What's Denny Hamlin gonna say? I'm not actually
Feel about
scared.
how that all went
Like, so
down, and
scared.
How do you hope that it gets handled or approached or discussed this week?
Well, super unfortunate. You guys spun there, and obviously contact came from us. But yeah, I don't have any other comment other than that. Just had some contact into one. It was.
Oh fuck you! They both gotta have a comment.
You know, before that.
Ty Gibbs is like no comment.
Conversation though with Ty about anything today.
Oh, I mean, we'll work through it and all, but you know. Just,
no comment still. Bruh, these two are being done. Like, give a comment. What's gonna happen if you do?
The last restart, I think you were further forward than where you guys ended up. So walk us through the last restart and how you guys ended up in 12.
Just a bad restart on my part. I just couldn't get going on the bottom lane.
Bro, I'm like actually so fucking pissed off at Denny Hamlin now because I'm like, fucking comment. What's gonna happen if you do? Probably because he knows he's gonna say something that he's gonna regret later. Like, he probably has nothing nice to say, so he's probably being like, well, you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And he's being mature about it. Real mature, not commenting.
So during the race, I really didn't want to say anything other than
just like Denny Hamlin.
next
You
week.
didn't want to say shit.
Then with Dylan
What
Welch,
the
Danny
fuck?
doesn't really want to say much either.
You two are eventually gonna have to handle it.
You know, I know we as
Like,
fans
don't make this
wanna
be
hear the
another
whole story,
rivalry.
right? Like, tell it to me. I know you're not. You're holding back, but that's really the wise thing to do, right? Just say as little as possible. You know there's going to be a lot of conversation. This is a big moment for Joe Gibbs racing. It really is. How are we going to define what is acceptable?
Yeah, Joe Gibbs is probably like,
and
look out the shit
here.
you just
right?
put us
Same
in.
things,
Did he handle?
you know, bad things, whatever, is not
Like,
conducive
now
to
this
the
is just gonna
problem.
be a
So,
thing.
all in all, it's the right way to handle it. And we would all love to be in the meeting on Monday for sure,
So
but it's just,
gonna be
that's
a
not
fly
going to
on the
happen.
wall
They're going to
in that
handle it
meeting.
internally.
So what does that meeting look like?
Well, I think it really comes down to the owner. I think coach has to decide. I think it's as simple as that. We can talk about Denny Hamlin. We can talk about Ty Gibbs. Jeff and I can
What
give
are
our
we gonna
opinions.
do?
Our opinions don't matter.
Whoop his ass like he's five?
The
Like,
name on the building. It's as simple as that. It's the same for Rick Hendrick, Richard Childress. You could go up and down the owners. They're the ones invested. They're paying the bills. They're the guys. They hire who drives their race car.
Denny Hamlin.
I have some opinion.
Now
I
I'm
think
like
it's
mad at
important
Denny
that this has
Hamlin.
been laid out. I think that
Yeah, I
a
was
driver
happy
back
he
in
did
10th,
that
11th,
thing. Now I'm
12th
like,
probably
like,
should
why the fuck
concede
you
to a
have to do
playoff
that now?
driver if he is much faster. But that's my opinion. I don't
And
know
then
the
he
race
got
team. I think
himself into
what I
this
want here is I want coach,
shit
the Super Bowl
hole.
championship coach. He's called coach for a reason. This is what owners need. Everyone always asks, what's an owner do? Well, he raises money and he hires the right people. But where the owner is really tested is this moment right here. Because I agree with Jeff, this is an intersection where it makes it more complicated. Because it's Coach Gibbs talking about grandson Ty Gibbs. You cannot take those layers off the onion. Like, those are real.
Why do you have to do
those
that?
connections are real. So it'd be interesting to see if Denny and Ty, and this is a very
I really wish
for
he
Bell and
thought
Biscoff
before you
as
spun
well, 'cause I think it's a real
Ty
turning point or maybe a
out.
real intersection
You
for
sorta-
all
he
of
sorta
Joe's
thought
race.
before
Even
you
with
did.
this,
Like, really thought.
today is a today issue.
Yeah.
But it leads into next year and the year after and the year after. This is how we're going to do things, guys. Period. End of story. Now, if you want to give them a little win, Gibbs' PR department did an A+ driver of coaching their drivers. Because I agree with you. They did the interviews as we should expect. And they gave us the time. Now, we shouldn't have to, you know, they can say whatever they want. And both drivers didn't say a whole lot.
That's right. Well, one driver who saw that front row, had a front row view to what went on between his two teammates was Christopher Bell. Let's hear from him now with Kingston.
And there were some questions headed in today from Christopher Bell and his team just about what they had. You ultimately come home sixth. Happy with what you walk away with here today?
That's a loaded question.
Yep, I know. He's not happy.
From
I
a
knew
point
it.
standpoint, we did well.
I called it.
And yeah, I know a lot of people are going to look at me and say, you know, how can I be frustrated at Gateway and not frustrated with today? Well, today was just, this weekend really was a whole different story. We didn't have the pace. We didn't have the pace to run with the, you know, the top competitors. And so yeah, we walked out of here with a lot of points, but I think it was a successful day.
As we look at the next two races, Kansas and the Charlotte Roval, each the last two visits to those tracks, you finished runner-up. How optimistic are you and the team as you head?
He's shitting bricks for the next two races.
I mean, I feel good about our performance with the next two. With that being said, I feel good about our performance coming into here, and it didn't turn out. So, yeah, Kansas is very similar to what we had at Darlington. So, yeah, hopefully we do good. I think we can. And then surely the Roval is a road course where we've been really strong at. So, optimistic. You never know until you get through them. But today was a good day and off to a good start in the round of 12.
Well, Paul Wolf told me earlier this week, if it's not a win for the team, they need to finish top
Yeah,
5, get a lot of points in. Exactly that. But Joey, it looked like you're in a position
Yeah,
to
you
win
can
this
tell
race.
Christopher Bell's like really. I can just tell in his facial expression. Like he's not happy. And it's like, if he's not happy, I'm not happy. If he's sad, I'm sad. If he's happy, I'm happy. Like, oh.
When you're home, you just want to win. You know, really bad. Winning here means so much to me personally.
Now I feel like dog shit.
You know, when you look at our playoff run, you know, I think we're plus 24 after
That
this
Christopher Bell didn't win.
It kind of makes up some of the
Yeah, I'm happy Ryan Blaney won. Yes, he's one of my drivers. One of my favorite drivers, Ryan Blaney. I love all of my favorite drivers the same. So I don't want to be sad and crying like I am now about Christopher Bell losing, but just by his facial, he's not happy. He's disappointed. He really wanted it. He couldn't do it.
Just gotta get a little bit back. This ball is just a little bit quicker most of the time, so we've got to.
I mean, I hope we can win at Kansas, but to me, a miracle's gonna have to happen there.
Second most points, wind up fourth.
And if you know Joey Logano, you could easily see through there. There's a bit of frustration when you lead almost half of the race and you don't come away with a win and you lose to your teammate. That hurts a little bit, but the positive is he gets a big point haul. So, Jeff, let's put the spotlight on some other drivers we just heard from Christopher Bell.
Well, one guy in the playoffs needs to win, everybody else races for points. And so, at the end of the day,
Bubba Wallace is another one, so just some credit. Bubba needs a win. Bubba Wallace needs like a fucking win.
We didn't have a winning race car. So that's what you have to do. You have to make the best of the situation when you can't win. I feel like this team did that today.
Back to Logano, Steve. Biggest thing, and Marty mentioned it right at the end of that interview, he was below the cut line coming into this race. He is now plus 24 to the good. That's a positive day, albeit not the win.
Positive, yes. Happy, no. You don't become a three-time champ advancing. You become a three-time champion, the best. And he knows right now he wasn't the best. He's talking to who was the best today, and I think that's what you saw. That was a
do I think Ryan Blaney could win the championship this year? Let's switch the topic.
To do our jobs up here.
Yes, I think Ryan Blaney is another person who has a very, very, very good chance at winning the championship. This will be his, if he wins the championship this year, this will be his second championship that he's won.
So, you know, you don't become a three-time champ without pushing every week.
Are you telling me I've got a chance? Yeah. What you're going to do is give Joey Logano a chance. That's right. And he'll capitalize on it.
Who do I think? Like, who do I actually think, even if they're not my favorite driver, could actually win the championship?
Visit progressive.com.
This is one of my favorite drivers, but even if they weren't, I would say them.
I know how to run the option.
I would have to say, just because he just won today's race and he's been really good recently. Ryan Blaney, I think he has an excellent chance at winning this championship. What just happened today with Denny Hamlin and him spinning his own teammate out, Ty Gibbs, he's gonna get his ass handed to him. Tomorrow, I am wondering if he's probably not gonna. If Denny Hamlin is not willing to say shit now, why would he say something on his podcast? Accents detrimental. Like, why would he win? Like, if he does, it'll probably be something he typed up in his notes app on his phone. Like, there ain't no dancing around this topic, brother. Like, Denny Hamlin's like, you fucked yourself. You should have really thought long and hard before you did that, because now you got yourself fucked. Now I think just because of this, there's a very good chance you don't win the championship this year, just because of that. Fuck you winning, like, what was it, 2 weeks ago? like, and you being good at racing and all that recently, at least races recently. Just,
Time now to take a look at this week's Progressive State Driver.
I don't know.
Who else? The guy who won the race.
And Christopher Bell, I don't think it's going to be Christopher Bell's year because he keeps on having on and off good races. And if he wants to win the championship, which is one race, but he has to make it through all these elimination races. I don't think he's going to get. I think he's going to get eliminated after this next round because he's already locked in for this next round because of his win last weekend.
We kept talking about it here. The tire test went so well. All the competitors were talking about how fast they were. And then they brought that. I can tell you how many times I've been to tire test and thought we were great to come back and run terrible. Yeah. And that did not happen.
It's pretty cool because starting from the front row, he went backwards in the early part.
Try to stop talking about Denningham, but he really did fuck himself doing that because he's going to get
the race. Here's Marty.
Boy, 27th to 5th for Chase Elliott, and considering this was kind of the track you guys had circled in this round that you were the most worried about, would you consider
it's that mustache that's on Chase Elliott that I think he looks way better without.
Yesterday, you know, that was concerning. You know, just hate I put us in those holes. You know, it's a great day for sure. You know, to battle back up through there and claw our way back up into the mix, but you hate to have to do that. You know, and hate to have to put yourself in those positions. I thought, you know, everybody on pit road did a great job with a terrible stall. I mean, they were coming around 88, and the 71 was coming around us. So, hats off
was
to
a terrible
everybody on our pit crew, and I thought Alan, everybody on the.
That gave me flashbacks of when Christopher Bell had that horrible
he called a good race,
was
obviously
it
staying
2 or
out
3
there at
weeks
the
ago?
end. We kind of made our bed there with running long, but nonetheless, it was a solid day to get back up in the mix. Certainly didn't have anything for Ryan. Those guys, congrats to him, did a great job, you know, and got to step up a little bit to catch them, but certainly competitive to the rest.
At plus 14, didn't stack a ton of points today, but going to Kansas where you arguably had the best car in the spring and the Roval as well. You've been so good on road courses this year. What's your comfort level with where the team is now?
Well, you're not going to stack points unless you get stage points. You know, man, that's just the truth of the matter. And the qualifying thing hurts you so bad on that front. So, well aware of all that. You know, certainly looking forward to going to Kansas. Thought we had a really strong car there in the spring. Hopefully that means we can go, you know, have a good run there. And then, yeah, really excited about the Roval. So, looking forward to it, man. Whatever it is, we'll fight to the end.
Talking to Chase's point, starting 27th today to wind up with a top 5. Pretty good day for this 9 team.
And Kyle Larson comes home 7. Did you guys show up the way you wanted to here today in Hampton?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say.
I'll let y'all listen to these.
Honestly, the race went better than I expected it to, starting 16th. So, we were able to pass a lot of cars during the first stage. And I would say the first half of the race, I actually felt really good. And then as the track kind of lost grip and I started kind of sliding the fronts more to the center, and then also sliding the rears on exit. Yeah, I just kind of lost a step of competitiveness. But all in all, I'm really happy with the day. You know, to gain a decent amount on the cut line, I'm happy with. Obviously, you'd want to finish a little better, but it's our best run of playoffs so far. So happy about that, and look forward to Kansas.
As we look forward to Kansas, earlier in the season at Kansas, you swept everything. The pole, those stages, the win. Is this team in a place where they can repeat a performance at Kansas like that?
I don't know. I mean, I would love to think we can. But, you know, everybody's kind of gotten their stuff better throughout the year. So you just never know when you go there. But all we can do is try to execute like we did, you know, this spring, and to try to just, yeah, you know, it's been a long time since I've been that dominant. So probably since then. So would love to go back there and do that again. But this series is so tough. So just huge thank you to Intercars.com and Chevrolet, Prime, and Valvoline, everybody who's stuck through the trying few months we've had. So just yeah, we're digging, and I feel close.
Kyle Larson with a solid day, enters Kansas plus 41 to the cut line.
Kyle Larson, you can see, he agrees with some of the, the sentiment that we've been saying, that it's just been a long time since the 5 has looked like the 5. And there were moments in the race today. I mean, most important part are points. If you can't win the race, and he scored the 4th most points out of anybody at a race where Blaney had hands down the best speed, and I liked what I saw out of the 5 today. I thought he manufactured some speed behind the wheel. That's always been Kyle Larson's strength for me, is he's been able to kind of find things. It was a very searchy racetrack today, bottom, middle, top. He could move the car around, and that's what Larson did. And it gives me, or it gives this team, I think, a little bit of a hope that, it's kind of back heading the right direction. And with Kansas next week, why not? Why wouldn't he not go there and just be untouchable?
And Chase Elliott clearly expressing the need to qualify better, right? The average qualifying position in the playoffs for this team is about 21st, and it's just so hard to get stage points in that first stage. And this comes down to points. It really does come down to points for most drivers to advance. I think they did a really nice job today. If you go back and look at the points earned, Chase Elliott was 7th most in points earned with a terrible qualifying position going into today's race. So clearly, Chase, I agree with him 100%. The focus for this team is how do we qualify better, because the rest of what they're doing is pretty good. They're very consistent. He talked about his pit crew. They managed a very difficult pit road position today. So there's a lot for those guys to be happy about or proud of, and a clear goal that they need to set is qualify
like
better.
15
Real
minutes
quick,
on
did you hear Kyle Larson with that spring in his step say, hey, this was the best we've finished in the playoffs?
Okay, we're just going to commercial and ending this video.
In this car here, looking good for the remaining races. Let's check in with Dylan and Bubba Wallace.
Oh God, what's
Bubba Wallace finishes 26th today.
Yeah,
battled
Bubba
the
Wallace
ill-handling race car most of the day.
disappointed.
Was it as simple as that? Is that just what it for you guys?
Yeah. That was the longest day I've had in a race car in a long time, Dylan. Just a head scratcher, and that's how it really was. Start of the weekend, in practice, I didn't really know which way to handle the balance. I thought we were neutral, and we obviously fired off and didn't really have much to speak for, so I hate that. It looks like our whole team struggled just to find the speed and the feel that we needed. And I said it before, this is a tricky place, but to be that far off, they kind of caught all of us by surprise. But I appreciate the effort by the team. Picker did a good job of getting the spots on pit road when it mattered, and we threw everything at it. It just never reacted the way we wanted it to. So I hate it, but all you can do is keep your head down and keep on digging next week.
Kansas is a place where you have run well. Does that give you any optimism that you guys can go next week and kind of do a Hail Mary?
That heat was like, nope.
Their last 2 starts for us haven't been good. So we really needed to, like I said this after our last Kansas race, we really need to, dig deep and find our mojo, get our mojo back when we were dominant there.
Does he know where he's at in points?
So we've been working really hard since that last race, so excited to see the efforts going in this week.
Tyler Reddick comes up a little short from what the team wanted here this afternoon. What was the biggest challenge for the 45 team?
Yeah, I just really seemed like we were having some breaks.
This Bubba Wallace is nowhere he's at in points. He's negative 27. So he sucks. He sucks. I'll see you next year in the playoffs, brother.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Fighting for the championship.
I thought we were going to inside the top 10 pretty.
What year do I think, honestly, could Bubba Wallace win a championship? That's probably like 2028. Like, I still think next year could be Bubba Wallace's next year. I think 2027.
Good question. Yeah, you look years ago.
Still, but you never know. Like, he could just become this excellent
We got a lot of questions.
driver out of nowhere, and it'll shock me, even though he's one of my favorite drivers. And if that happens, I'll eat back the words I just said. Look at Ryan Blaney with this. Lobster. That thing, I hate lobsters. Oh, terrified.
You're watching NASCAR America Post Race, presented by Progressive.
It's still $15.
Okay, I said when this goes commercial, I would end this. I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna go edit this video because I want this video to have some music, so it's a fun video. Because I feel like every single video of mine that I've edited that doesn't have music in it has been like the boringest video to watch on the face of the fucking planet. So I'm gonna go edit this video, add some music behind it. It is currently 4:51 p.m. So I want y'all to see this video today. So hopefully by the grace of God it's up by 6:30. 7 o'clock. But yeah, I'm gonna go edit this video. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
I wanna give it all to you. In the darkness, there's so much I wanna